It has happened so many times. And even if something goes wrong with my passport or anything because of negative forces, I use it for an advantage. So even if somebody is a negative person, use it for a positive thing. Now, example, I was going to America and I had sent my passport for visa. And my husband, who is so meticulous, had taken it. And they gave the visa for the last year. When I went to the airport, they said, "What? This is the visa for the last year." No, for the 1 year ahead. 1 year ahead they had given. So they said, "You can go next year, not this year. The visa is for next year." So I telephoned to my husband. That was time. It was a Sunday. He just got out of his bed. He ran up and down, poor fellow. He said, "How is it I didn't see?" I said, "You didn't see? What has happened is that you didn't see." The fellow who did it was quite speedy, I think, so he gave me one year ahead. So now better find out. I mean, this is what happens to the speedy people. They'll give you visa for 1 year ahead. That's another extreme positivity. Now, then as a result of his running up and down, they all got shattered. The Americans especially felt that, oh God, what a mistake it was. So they gave me visa for 5 years. So instead of feeling unhappy about the negativity and making miserable faces and making yourself miserable and me miserable with that, best is to laugh it out and use that negativity for your positivity. In the beginning only, it happened that once we were going to Nasik, and while going to Nasik, our car failed. And everybody said, "Mother, your car never fails. How it has failed?" I said, "Let it be. It's all right. It's very nice here. I can look around. I can see around and all that." They couldn't understand why I was so relaxed about it. So the car failed and it took about 1 hour. Now the people who were Sahajogis before never used to cure anybody, never used to look at anyone, never used to raise anybody's kundalini, all very frightened. But as I was not there, they felt very challenged because there's such a big crowd there. They didn't know what to do. So they said, "All right, we'll raise your kundalini." That's how they started doing it, and it's helping now, even now that you are doing it. Otherwise they would not touch it. So every disadvantage, every negativity is to be used for positivity. As I have told you before also, an example of a little cell going inside the Mother Earth, sees a big boulder there, goes round it, ties round it again and again and again, and uses it for further holding of the tree, for the support of the tree. That is what is wisdom. That is what is wisdom. And this wisdom comes through meditation, meditative method. So you must every day meditate and raise your kundalini, otherwise you cannot. By saying, "Mother, I love you," writing me 10 pages letters, which is impossible to read, doing all kinds of things like that, and asking me questions morning till evening. Nothing is going to help you to understand me or to understand yourself or to understand Sahaja Yoga or to grow in Sahaja Yoga. You may talk, discuss, do what you like. To understand Sahaja Yoga is to keep very happy faces, happiness within yourself, joy within yourself. Try to see the essence of joy in everything. Don't try to criticize, make yourself miserable. But to raise your kundalini every morning religiously, every morning, every night, raise your kundalini. Kundalini is like the nourishment, the water of life for the growth of your inner being. If you do not meditate, if you do not know how to raise your kundalini, you better try to learn it. Negative people always avoid that because then they feel burnings, they feel this, face it up for a while. Doesn't matter. Face it up, clear out yourself, and see that you raise your own Kundalini. Don't blame your husband, don't blame your wife, don't blame your children, don't blame your atmosphere, nothing of the kind. You can go in the jungles every day. You can go anywhere you want to. If you want to do it, you can do it. But people must understand that now we are saints, and saints have to do that. You'll be surprised if you start meditating, most of your problems will disappear. Because all physical problems will be looked after by God. All material problems will be looked after Him. All other problems, family problems will be looked after Him. But the main problem is how to make you do it. It's like once you eat your food, your tongue can taste it, it gets the saliva, it goes down, it's all looked after. It goes down properly, down below, it is all, the juices are secreted, they know that the food is coming, it is digested in different parts, as it is, it's all built in. But you must put it in the mouth. And this is what is the mechanism of Sahaja Yoga is. That you must meditate and raise your Kundalini in so many ways, in so many styles, in so many angles. I have said this again and again and again and again. But that's what we do not know. And know your purpose. You must know your purpose. Sitting down here, I know about everything about everyone. I may look very simple. It's not so. That's why I have to tell you that you don't consider yourself to be endowed with some sort of a special power as a leader. Only that you have the power through your mother, which you have to assert. So whatever I am doing is the mother who is doing it. And when you do that, you'll be amazed that whatever you want will be sensible. Whatever you'll ask for, it will be sensible. Sensible means which is related to Sahaja Yoga. And whatever you do will be sensible. All your dignity, everything will pile up together. But foremost thing, and the most important, at any cost you must meditate. This is what I have to now tell to our Indians also, but for you it is very important. Because now you are returning back to the real place. Like yesterday somebody said to me, some Westerner said, Mother, they are talking about why you left Vaikuntha and came to this India. It's all right, but we would say, why did you leave this India and came to us? Then the answer was there, that the God has become mad about the saints because of the saints and their company. But the saints have to be saints, otherwise they become troublesome to me. Even if I go to lunatic asylum, nothing will happen to me. If I go to, say, to a cemetery, nothing will happen to me. But if a saint catches even a slightest thing, that troubles me, tortures me. Not outwardly maybe, but inside. Because I've given you place in my heart, in my being. You circulate in my being. That is how I know about it. So if you really grow better, if you improve better, it will be a thing of joy for you and the greatest joy for me as well. That's all I want, that you should grow. Nothing else. Nothing else. Now, one more assurance I want to give you, that we are going to start certain projects in India. Now the time has come. We have acquired some land definitely now, we are going to work out some projects. As soon as I settle down in India, you will start showing the manifestation of that. And maybe this kind of tour I may not be able to do for after few years. But then you yourself will be able to conduct these tours in your own country, go around, because this is a training period where you will learn how to do this kind of thing. Of course, in your country it's rather difficult to get such people, but how to contact. I started with one person. So I'm just a lady, housewife, and if I could do it, why not you?